Guys, so yesterday when we were reading Pumpkin Jack, I did not show you the pictures, and you had to visualize what the garden looked like with all that dead stuff in it. And I enjoyed seeing your sentences. So today I'm going to show you the entire story and read you Pumpkin Jack. When Tim carved his first pumpkin, it was fierce and funny and just perfect. A jack-o'-lantern this good deserved a name, so Tim gave it one, Jack. Long after the best trick-or-treat candy was eaten, Tim still kept Jack. At night, when a candle made Jack's face dance on the wall and filled the dark with warm pumpkin smells, Tim felt Jack was almost magic. Yet too soon, the spell was broken. This pumpkin is beginning to rot, announced Mom. It's time to throw it out. Tim knew it was useless to argue. He carried Jack to the garden, which was filled with the brown ghosts of last summer's plants. A dead garden is better than a trash can, thought Tim. Still, it made him sad to leave Jack outside and alone. There's that dead garden. That's what you drew yesterday. Whenever chores or play brought Tim to the garden, he looked at Jack. Every time Jack was different. He became wrinkled and his fierce smile began to look silly. Why was he starting to look like that? You are exactly right. He was rotting, which means he was kind of deteriorating into the garden. So his face is kind of getting smushed down. Mold spread over Jack's bright orange skin. As the days turned colder, Jack grew flatter. Winter began, and soon Jack was hidden beneath snow, and Tim forgot about him. The cold, heavy jacket days came. Snowman and sliding days, indoor days, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's. When all these days had passed and the March winds melted the snow, Tim found Jack. There wasn't much left, just a faded and crumpled pumpkin skin, a stem, and a few seeds. Jack's Halloween magic was a distant memory now. Tim scraped a thin blanket of earth over the last bits of his pumpkin. Goodbye, Jack, he whispered. When spring turned barefoot warm, a tiny sprout appeared where Jack had been. Tim found it and guessed what it was. So all of those pumpkin seeds that were inside of Jack, since he put him in the garden, they're growing a new pumpkin. In the days that followed, Tim weeded and watered and watched the sprout. Slowly and steadily, the plant changed and grew. It branched and spread a web of vines over the ground, but no pumpkins appeared. The days turned hot. Flowers opened on the plant each morning, yellow stars that twisted shut forever in the afternoon. Still, there were no pumpkins. Finally, Tim found a little green ball growing behind a crumpled blossom. A pumpkin! Tim let out a whoop and ran to show his mom. By August, the plant had spilled into the lawn. Tim's favorite game became pumpkin hunting. He carefully waded among the leaves, searching for green pumpkins like hidden treasures. School began again and the days cooled. Tim had less time to visit the garden. When he did, the pumpkin plant seemed tired. There were few new leaves and the old tattered ones no longer hid in the fat green pumpkins. Then one October morning, Tim woke to see frost coating the garden. The frozen plant seemed changed to pale blue grass. After school, Tim discovered that what the frost had done. The pumpkin's plant leaves were as limp as wet paper. It was dying. Tim searched among the withered leaves for the unripe pumpkins. He picked them and put them on the front porch, hoping for one more change. By Halloween, the pumpkins had ripened to bright orange. There were many, for the plant had been generous. Tim was generous too. He gave away all but one. Generous means that he's not keeping them all for himself. He's giving some of them away, which is being very kind. From jack-o'-lantern to seed to pumpkin again, the circle was almost complete. Now it was time for Tim to do his part. He gave his pumpkin a face. It smiled at him in a fierce and funny way. Tim smiled too and said, "Welcome back, Jack." Remember, he's making a jack-o'-lantern. That's what it is when it has a face. I love that story. So today I want to know from you all if you have ever made a jack-o'-lantern, okay? Some of you have probably, and some of you haven't. Now, you always need your parents to help you if you're ever making a jack-o'-lantern, because those knives could really hurt you. So you can tell your family what kind of jack-o'-lantern you want. Do you want a funny face, a silly face, a happy face, a scary face on your pumpkin? And then your parent or whoever you live with can help you make that jack-o'-lantern. So for your writing today, first, now Miss Latham is just doing it on her whiteboard. You're going to be doing this in your journal, okay, so that we can see what color you are using. You're going to need an orange to make your pumpkin. Now I'm going to draw what a jack-o'-lantern looks like, okay? First, my pumpkin is round and it has a stem. I want my pumpkin to have triangle eyes and a triangle nose. You design your jack-o'-lantern however you want. Okay, I'm anxious to see what everybody's jack-o'-lanterns look like. And then I want mine to be a little silly, so I'm giving it a crooked smile. You can do your scary, you can do it however you want. For your writing today, though, you have to tell Miss Latham, yes, I have made a jack-o'-lantern, or no, I have never made a jack-o'-lantern, okay? So if I have made a jack-o'-lantern, I would say, yes, I have made a jack-o'-lantern. If my answer is no, then I would say, no, I have not made a jack-o'-lantern, okay? Remember to have a capital letter. Remember to use your sounds chart to push your words. Also remember to have finger spaces and a period at the end of your sentence. I can't wait to see your writing, and I'll see you again tomorrow.